Hi guys, I'm Shaira from Fluff Bakery, and today we're going to be learning how to make these very yummy, very easy, very crispy oatmeal lace cookies. Okay, so let's start. We need 6 ingredients, guys. Firstly, we need rolled oats. Just raw rolled oats, nothing fancy. Next, we need about a cup of brown sugar. And then 2 tablespoons of flour. We have 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And the wet ingredients, melted butter, about 113 grams. And also 1 egg. Let's get this started. Bring all your family in, get into the kitchen, get down and dirty with this. It's so easy and so simple, even your kids can make it. We start with 2.5 cups of rolled oats. So just dump all of it in the bowl. A little bit more. Okay. Next, we put in the brown sugar, about 1 cup. Okay, and then the flour, 2 tablespoons, and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Okay, now what you want to do is get a spatula and get everything well and evenly mixed together. Brown sugar tends to be a little clumpy, it's on the clumpy side. So make sure you get out all those clumps. Just rub it down and break up all those clumps until you get an even mix. These cookies are great for Raya because they are very easy to do, number 1. You don't need a mixer, number 2. And number 3, everyone loves it. It's really easy and really simple. Okay, look. All the lumps have been pressed out. Just look like that. Next, we can put in our wet ingredients. Of course, the butter, 113 grams. Just give it a good mix. Make sure it's quite evenly mixed around. Alright, when it seems fairly even, we can bring in our egg. A good knock, in it goes. Okay, again, you have to really make sure the wet ingredients are coated evenly on the dry ingredients. This is because the butter and the eggs actually help the cookies to become crunchy and crispy during the baking process. So if you have any dry spots where it's not covered in the butter and the sugar, it crumbles easily, it won't stick together, and the cookies won't be crunchy at all. And that's not good, guys. Okay, look. So basically, this is your main batter right now. Yeah? So it's sticky and clumpy, but that's how you want it to be. Alright, you can whip out now your baking tray. And do line it with a piece of parchment paper. I prefer to use grease-proof paper because things comes off much easier on grease-proof paper. Okay. My favorite tool at the moment is this mini ice cream scoop. Just because you can just scoop things right off without having to dig through it. For example, if you use 2 teaspoons to take the batter and put it on the tray, you can do it, but you have to be scraping it all the time. And it gets very tiring. But this, just one action, it comes off very easily. Alright, so you scoop about a level scoop. Don't make it heaped, then it won't be even. And you place it on the tray. Make sure to leave some space in between the cookies because we do need to flatten it down later, yeah? Alright, one more. Here we go. Okay, so next what you need to do is actually take a teaspoon and just flatten down the cookies a little bit. try to make it as flat as you can so that when it bakes, it becomes this gorgeous lace-like intricate design. And if you're a perfectionist, you can of course try to make it into a circular shape. But if you're not into the whole perfect thing, then screw it, whatever works. Okay, so you have to flatten down all of the mounds of cookie dough. And when you're done, it will look like this. Ta-da! If you notice, everything is evenly spaced and well spaced out. Leave some gaps in the middle for it to spread a little bit while you're cooking, yeah? Okay. At this point, you can add on other ingredients into your already perfect batter. You can of course add chocolate chips, one of the best things on earth. You can try to use real good quality chocolate. You can aim for Verona if you want, but try to get a mini chocolate chip so it doesn't stick out so much in your flat batter, and also it's easier for you to scoop out. White chocolate chips are an option, of course. It looks pretty. And if you're a fan of crunch, you can try using peanuts or any form of nuts. I love hazelnuts in it, and you can try cashews as well. Macadamia gives it a more buttery flavor. So you can add these add-ons right into your batter here at this moment before you scoop it out, or you can just take some and sprinkle it on top. So whatever you fancy. If you are doing this with your kids, you can also put sprinkles, rainbow jimmies, little heart shapes, you know, make it fun for them. Okay. And after this, you're ready to put it in the oven. So please preheat your oven to about 180 degrees and make sure you do it about 15 minutes before you start baking. The oven needs time to heat up to the right temperature. And you bake it in the oven for about 8 to 12 minutes actually. Yeah, you want it to be really golden brown and crispy. When it first comes out of the oven, it will look like it's still soft, but it will harden up during the cooling down period, yeah? So if you see the color difference, it has to be really golden brown and crispy. Off it goes in the oven. Alright, so at this point, after 8 to 12 minutes, the timer will go off. And what you have to do, just take it out. Oh, my mitts. Okay. Ta-da! It looks pretty and gorgeous at the moment. And what you can do now is take a flat spatula, and if you want, or just use your fingers when it's cooler, it's easier to pick it off the greaseproof paper when you have a flat spatula, yeah? Just pick it off like that. Alright, so next, if you want to jazz it up and bring it to another level, what you can do is actually take a piping bag. If you don't have a piping bag at home, let's take a normal plastic bag. Here in Singapore and Malaysia, we have those bags with like the green string or the red string. That will do as well. Or if you don't have those at home, maybe a small Ziploc bag. That's good. So take a small cup, put it inside. This is a holding container. You can melt some chocolate in the microwave if you don't want to use a stovetop. Yeah, so make it really melty and make sure there are no lumps of unmelted chocolate in the mixture. If you want to use the microwave to melt the chocolate, make sure to do so at 30-second bursts. Don't do the whole thing in at 1 minute. The chocolate will burn. That's not really pretty or taste really good either. Alright. So just if you're using a plastic bag, find a corner of the plastic bag and just twist it. Make sure all the chocolate is here, right where you want it. And take a scissors. Just snip off a tiny little bit. And then what you can do is just make pretty drizzles on the cookies. Oh wow, it looks yummy already. Okay. And then even for more decorating at this moment, you can sprinkle on more decorations or nuts. If you like, you can even add dried fruits like cranberries or raisins into your mixture in the first place. So you get different textures of fruit and also crunch. Okay, so there you go. Oatmeal lace cookies. Okay, right now, what I would love to do is actually fill up this corken jar. Sorry. Okay, with the cookies, when it's cooled, you can just dump it in here. And this jar is actually big enough to just put your whole hand through. Now how some jars are so small, is that you're struggling to take the cookies in and out of the jar. That's not good. Okay? Alright, a little bit more. Okay. And the best thing about these jars, it just goes straight on your dining table. Perfect for your raya guests. Ta-da! Oh, we have questions. Aina, she asked, for butter, do you use salted or unsalted butter? For general baking, I usually use unsalted butter just so I can control the amount of salt that I put in the recipe itself. But for these cookies, either is fine. It doesn't really matter. If you like it slightly saltier, it gives it a bit of the balance. If you feel like that, then just add in the salted butter. It's fine. If you have any questions, just comment on our comment section and I will try to answer them. Okay, Jade. She asks, would vanilla essence make a difference to the flavor? Well, vanilla essence always adds an oomph to anything that you're baking. But for this cookies itself, I think the flavor of the oats and the brown sugar really comes out strong. If you do want to add it in, you can. Don't worry, you can still do that. Okay, one more question. Nurul, she said, does it matter what oats you use to make this recipe? Well, actually it does. Try to use raw rolled oats, guys, and not those instant oats you use to make porridge in the morning with bananas, no. Because those oats have additives to it and it will make the cookies actually chewy and not crispy and crunchy. If you can hear the sound, you see, it actually breaks up. It does not stretch. It's not chewy. So you want it to be crispy. Yeah. If there are any other questions, you can always, comment on the comment section below and we will get back to you. As for now, Selamat Hari Raya, guys!